This episode is brought to you by Fox One. Watch all 104 matches of the FIFA World Cup live in 4K for just $19.99 a month with 3 days free. Build your own multi-view, choose up to 3 streams, and follow player spotlights. Stay on top of every moment with live stats, highlights, and instant replays. The FIFA World Cup, streaming live on Fox One. Offers are subject to change. See fox.com for complete terms and conditions.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Dave Scott, lost in space, the other side of midnight.
Danger, Baltus Sterling, danger.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the great Dave Scott in Canada. Earlier today, at the beginning of the show, we had a Canadian on. He was a 17-year-old protesting the ban on social media for people under 17. Far more articulate than you and I will ever be. He has a YouTube channel as well. What did he call it? I'll check it in a second. Anyway, Dave, how are you?
Good. I'm glad I'm over 17.
Yes, exactly. What updates do we have from outer space?
Well, there is an interesting update. We have been talking quite a bit over the last little bit of the missing scientists and military personnel, including retired U.S. Air Force Major General Neil McCaslin. Well,
Right.
Activist lawyer Danny Sheehan has come out on a podcast and said that McCaslin disappeared shortly after he found out that his name was shortlisted to be subpoenaed to testify on UFOs by the House Oversight Task Force.
Whoa,
Now-
whoa.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So Sheehan basically said that this was something that McCaslin, this UFO topic, was something McCaslin was not comfortable in talking about UFOs publicly. Now, as I've stated before, McCaslin, who was a former major general in the U.S. Air Force, just vanished from his home in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where he had been up in the morning and a repairman was coming over. His wife was going to the doctor's house or the doctor's office, and in that hour, while the repairman was in his house, he vanished. He vanished into thin air, leaving his wallet, his glasses, his watch, but yet he ended up taking a pistol with him.
Right.
Nobody knows where he went.
Nope.
Now, apparently nobody in that area seemed to have a Ring doorbell or security cameras, because the police have said that they have no evidence whatsoever that he walked out of his house and he has vanished. And this is what kind of kicked off the whole mystery towards the missing scientists, which I believe our list is now up to about 12.
13? Yeah, 12.
Yeah. So Sheehan, who is an activist lawyer, he's been practicing law for almost 60 years. He even was on the Watergate panel to try and get Nixon convicted. And he, over the last few decades, has been a very big proponent about UFO disclosure and being a lawyer to many in the UFO field, giving legal advice to try and create more activism towards this subject. So when he speaks, a lot of people in our field listen. And Danny is convinced that maybe, just maybe, McCaslin's disappearance had something to do with the fact that he had to testify about UFOs. McCaslin was somebody who literally had what I like to call a billion-dollar brain. If there was a secret in the U.S. Air Force regarding secret weaponry, whether it was lasers, whether it was UFOs, this guy knew about it. He may not have been very forthright with it. His name first popped up in the UFO field through the WikiLeaks tranches, because I love that word tranche now, Walter. So I'm trying
I know
to
you
use
do.
it.
You're very fond
Awesome.
of it. I got it. I understand.
Thank
Yep.
you. Thank you. And in the WikiLeaks release, his name was included in an email between John Podesta and rock singer Tom DeLonge, who was creating a group called the To the Stars Academy. And McCaslin's name was tagged in these emails. And that's how we learned about McCaslin's role within ufology, that he actually knew what was going on. But he always considered himself a patriot. It was the country first, the defense of the country first, his patriotism as well. And so it is believed that maybe, just maybe, he decided to kind of disappear on his own because he didn't want to give up any secrets. And it is alleged, although I have not been able to confirm this, that maybe he was starting to suffer from something like dementia or Alzheimer's or something. I don't want to put rumors out there. Like I said, I haven't got it confirmed, but word on the street is maybe he was starting to lose his control of his mind a little bit, and he didn't want to give up any secrets.
Well, this is the very first time anybody suggested that Major General was having memory problems.
Yeah.
So that's suspicious. That has been the rumor has been put out there to be caught by guys like you and me that maybe he had memory problems. I don't think he had any memory problems. Do you have other updates for us, Dave Scott?
Well, not in the UFO world, but in my own world I do.
Yes.
Because you know as well as I do, Walter, I love going to look for Sasquatch in the forests of British Columbia.
Yes, sir.
Well, in my one area, I have what we call a gifting site. Okay, and what a gifting site is where you put some real shiny objects that apparently Sasquatch likes, and you hope that they take them or they move them or something that is going to catch their attention. Recently at our gifting site, we lost a Canadian dollar coin called a loonie. We can't find it. It has vanished. So we ended up putting up some trail cameras at our gifting site. And on Sunday, I went and picked up my trail cameras after 2 weeks of being out there. Now, much to my surprise, while we were at the gifting site, 2 new objects appeared at my gifting site. And one is a Canadian dime, and the other one is a copper beaded bracelet. Now, on my trail cams, when I checked my trail cameras, I had people, there was a family of people that were looking around it, and it's in an off area, like off the beaten path, so I don't even know why they were there. But they did not place a thing, because my trail cams record video, not just pictures, but they record video. And I have no explanation on my video cameras that this dime and this bracelet have been put there. It's like they appeared out of nowhere. And I'm going to recheck my trail cams again because I now have them at home where I can check them on my bigger screen to see if I see anything. But I find it very weird that all of a sudden my gifting site, which has a piece of jade, a piece of quartz, it has a whistle, it has a hawk's feather, and a couple other objects, all of a sudden these 2 pieces of whatever they are, a Canadian coin and a bracelet, appeared out of nowhere. And I can't explain it. I don't know how to.
Well, wouldn't a lot of people be interested in running off with a Canadian loonie?
Not really. It's pretty much a peso right now.
Yeah, all right. So strictly because it was a shiny object, you think they were interested?
I don't know. It's the addition, the loonie look. I can explain that maybe a crow or a raven or a squirrel took it, maybe a pack rat took it. I can explain it that way. But what I can't explain is when I have a trail camera that's about 15 feet away from the tree where my gifting site is, that all of a sudden 2 human objects have appeared there, and there is no video evidence of it being put there.
It is pretty spooky and pretty bizarre. And Dave Scott, how do we find you online?
You can find me at spacedoutradio.com. You can also find me if you're interested in listening to podcasts. We're on every major podcast network, including Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and it's all free for you to listen to.